This is about being able to breathe while everything else is on fire. Welcome to the Team Conflict Emergency Kit. One of our last videos, we'll link it up there, talked about how to approach team conflict. And we got so many responses from you guys through Facebook, through WhatsApps, and a lot of other channels saying, thank you so much for the video, and I still find it so freaking hard to stay centered while I am speaking to a person that triggers the heck out of me. And if you find this hard too, these 4 emergency steps will help you to understand again that there's a choice between stimulus and response, and they will help you to get less triggered. Disclaimer, some of the following tips might sound criminally obvious to you, and my response to that is, yes, they freaking are, but out of the 1 million and gazillion obvious tips, these are the 4 that actually work. Let's start. Tip number 1, realize the hidden emotion that is actually triggering you. And we like to say at the ARC that there are 4 basic emotions: anger, sadness, fear, and joy. And honestly, in a conflict, we are probably talking about these 3. And what we don't mean is to say something along the lines of, I'm so triggered because you're so dumb. No, that's anger. Or I'm so triggered because I am so incompetent. No, that would be fear. So really try to think in terms of these 4 or 3 basic emotions, because that will get you way better answers. Tip number 2, take a deep breath. And I know this sounds like something that you have heard before, and I and you both have witnessed ourselves how we were in a situation and we could have taken a deep breath and we didn't. So here is an explanation as to why this is so important. Taking a deep breath when you're about to be triggered helps you to reset your nervous system. And this helps us to realize that yes, there is a choice between stimulus and response. If we don't take this breath, if we don't make that little delay for our prefrontal cortex, our more rational parts of the brain to kick in, we will be running on autopilot because we'll be acting in our fear or anger mainly. Simple as that. Tip number 3, have a safe word. This doesn't work with everybody, but tends to work super well with teams and colleagues who know about triggers, appreciate that you have the maturity to actually admit that you are in a triggered state, and don't stab you in the back just because right now you are in a vulnerable position. The way it works is that you as a group agree on one word that should be like a weird word, maybe like pineapple or armchair, I don't even know, something that is completely like not in the situation. And as soon as anyone from the group names that safe word, you stop and you follow a priorly agreed process, which can mean that you take a 2-minute break or that you have a group hug, really whatever you feel is needed at the time, and then all come back to the table. And yeah, as said, not everybody is fine or comfortable with that level of openness or that level of vulnerability, but it tends to work great with teams who are. Tip number 4, the doctor's mindset. In practice, force yourself to shut up and listen. Already in our last video, we talked about the challenges of being triggered, which is we lose our ability to listen concisely, and we also stop asking the right and the smart questions. And this is where the doctor's mindset comes in. Imagine a patient coming into a doctor's office going, I hate this, I'm in so much pain, I'm so angry, this is so freaked out, I'm so fucked up. Now, a doctor wouldn't respond the same way. He wouldn't go, wow, you're so annoying that you have that pain, you're so dumb. That's not how a doctor reacts. A doctor reacts in a way, okay, sit down and show me what's that pain you're talking about. And this is exactly what we mean by this. You take a step back and you try to listen, not to the emotions that this person is trying to bring across, but just to the facts. Yeah, we also like to call this principle, separate the people from the problem. And whilst this is evidently the hardest, I also believe this is probably the most effective of these 4 emergency box measures that you can take if you're really like, whoa. Cool. More questions? Let me know in the comments. Like this video, give it a like. Want to have more tips like these? Subscribe to this channel. Want to get started for real in your actual life? Well, dare to check out our website, thearctraining.org, and sign up for a coffee chat where we will sit down with you for 45 to 60 minutes with one of our team members talking about how you can turn your biggest passions and values into something that excites you and fulfills you for real, yes, in your real life. And with these words, I'm saying goodbye and see you in the next video. Yay!
I'm latching on, babe. Now I know what I have found.
Should I light another matchstick just for fun? Outtake. Matchstick. On fire.